Hey everyone, my name's Reaper One. Welcome to another episode 6, I think, of Hitman Hideout, a podcast that focuses entirely on the Hitman franchise and probably more specifically the World of Assassination trilogy. We also put a huge focus on the Hitman community. We like to give the Hitman community a voice and emphasize the many talented individuals that are within this wonderful online community. And we've had a little bit of a break. We did 5 episodes, started the podcast back in January, and kind of smashed out 6 episodes, including the pilot, over like about a 2-month period. And we had a break and thought we'd come back with a bang.
Yes.
Before we introduce our very, very special guest, I'd just like to give Tim the opportunity to share his thoughts after having a little break.
Yeah, it's great to be back recording again, definitely. It's good to have a break. This is kind of, I guess, I don't know, would you say season 2 of the podcast? We got some
almost. I mean, that's what IO are going with now, so
yeah.
We'll follow suit.
I think this is an episode I'm quite excited for because of our guest today.
Yeah.
Would you like to do the honors, Reaper?
Yeah. This is someone that's obviously very well known in the Hitman community. He's had a huge influence, especially on the World of Assassination trilogy over the last 5 years. We're very, 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 very humbled that he agreed to come on. And I'd like to introduce Big Mooney, one of the biggest Hitman YouTubers out there.
All right, man. Thanks for having me on here.
Yeah,
I'm very flattered with the intro. That's the best intro I've ever had. I'll just give you that.
Thanks, man.
I never usually flatter myself with such stuff like that, So it's nice.
That's our job.
I'll bask in
it's
that.
Our job to make you feel special. Well, considering you've only ever been on 2 podcasts, I suppose.
Oh yeah, exactly, man. It's been a long, long time since I've been on a podcast.
Yeah.
So thanks for having me on, guys. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. We'll get stuck into some Hitman discussion and see where it takes us, man.
Yeah, definitely. So did you want to kick things off, Tim?
Yeah. I guess first good question to start off with would be what got you interested in starting YouTube originally? Because you look back and you originally sort of started with Battlefield content.
Yeah.
That's what we noticed. Did you intend for the channel to be more Battlefield or FPS focused? How did it evolve?
It was basically I don't know, back when I was 17, I was just watching guys doing Call of Duty gameplay actually is what got me into doing YouTube. Just watching other guys when that was all the rage back in 2008, 2009 sort of time. And I was just kind of waiting to go into college at the time and I was bored out of my mind. So watching some of this stuff, I was like, I could probably do that. And it probably took me about 6 years to learn how to make an actually half competent video, but eventually I got there. I don't know Battlefield was just kind of something I fell into because it was a niche that wasn't getting covered at the time back in 2010-ish when I started doing that. So I don't know, I just ended up finding my way into Battlefield and Hitman just kind of happened by accident almost. I don't know.
Did you kind of buy
my channel in a way?
Did you just buy Hitman for your own enjoyment and just decide to make a video on it, or?
It was that first Kill Everyone challenge that I'd done on Paris. It was I did it sheerly out of the fact that I'd put 60 hours odd into just that level because that was the only level at the time. And I was loving the game, but I was just crying out for more stuff, and I just thought could I actually kill every single person here? Because I don't know if at that time if it'd be possible because no one really tried it. It's that stupid. It's a bit dark and stuff even, but I don't know. I did it as a sort of fun thing, not recording it, just to mess around in the game, and it was really fun just taking on all the guards and stuff. So I recorded it the next day. You can hear me talking about it actually in the first one about the fact I did a test recording the day before or a test play. But it was just by accident, really, out of boredom.
All right. Happy accident then.
That's really cool.
It did really well. So I was like, I'm all about this now, so let's do it.
We actually found that video. We found your very first Hitman video. Because we did kind of stalk your channel a little bit because we wanted to,
really? Deep dive into the research.
Deep dive. We're very thorough. So we noticed that you had done at least 5 or 6 years of mostly like FPS Battlefield content before that first video. So was that like, was your, I don't know, I have no idea how big your, I mean, obviously you've got like well over I think you've got about 350k subs now, which is very impressive.
Yeah, just short of. Thanks very much.
Is that like, was that first Kill Everyone challenge one of the first times that your channel really blew up, or like where were you at roughly at that point?
I'd done like with Battlefield. I got to about 165,000 subscribers doing Battlefield content.
Nice.
And it like sort of at that point it sort of stagnated though when Hardline came out, which did not do well. So I was about 2015, and after that, the Battlefield sort of all around YouTube, like all the guys that I sort of came up with in Battlefield content, they've all scattered off to do other stuff now, because Battlefield as a whole sort of just, I don't know, on YouTube it kind of died away a little bit, which was a shame. But I don't know. I at one point I was doing okay, and it just kind of tailed off a little bit. And then when I done that Kill Everyone challenge, it did really well. And then for like a year after that, I was doing Battlefield stuff and Hitman stuff. Until I just cut it away and like the start of 2017. So yeah, it's sort of like a weird transition in the middle there.
Yeah.
When I was just doing Kill Everyone's and then Battlefield shit. But
yeah.
I like
it's obviously a difficult thing to sort of transition a channel, because most people that would have subscribed to your channel originally probably did for Battlefield and your personality. So trying to convince them to stick around just for the personality in a new game might be a bit difficult, I imagine. Like,
yeah, I mean, to be honest, I didn't really manage to. Really, a lot of the Battlefield guys already left. That was kind of the thing. Was like there was a period of time where I was still under Machinima at the time, and they were really like strangling me financially in terms of like the profitability of doing YouTube and stuff like that. So they were basically taking all the money. So I was on the verge of actually just quitting altogether. But like, just, I don't know, I did a couple of Hitman videos and they did really well, and they kind of breathed new life into the channel and they brought in new subscribers. And then after a while, the Battlefield stuff wasn't getting even a tenth of as much of the views as the Hitman stuff. People didn't care about the Battlefield stuff anymore. They'd all moved on. So I don't know, I've only retained a handful of people, I think, from those days, but there's the odd person that still pops up in the comments, which is always cool. Seeing people that are just like, hey, been here since Bad Company 2, which was like 10 years ago now. So,
nice,
you know, it's
awesome.
weird that. Yeah.
Have your videos always had that kind of comedic slant, or like was that just with Hitman? Like, did you also do comedic commentary in your Battlefield videos?
Yeah, I tried to. It's kind of limiting with what you can do with a first-person shooter, though, because there's only so much that can happen. So I felt like after a while, it just boiled down to the same thing over and over. But I did try with all the live stuff to do a bit of that. But I did a top place series. That was what I was originally. That's what drove my channel, like with the Battlefield content.
Yeah.
My top place stuff, that wasn't comedic. That was just, you know, community based. They would send me clips, and I would just try and pick out the best ones, which after a while, once it became like quite popular, it just, there was so many clips. It was too many clips. It just killed my enjoyment of it. Like, no, it was hell. Fuck that. Not going back to that again.
Yeah. And I noticed you're also playing a lot of Fallout 4 in tandem with a lot of your Hitman content. Is that something you started around the same time as Hitman, or were you playing Fallout before?
Yeah, I played Fallout New Vegas and 3 a few years ago and stuff, and I played 4 when it came out. I put a good couple of hundred hours into it before I'd done my series on it. And yeah, the series, I don't know, I just did that because I needed something a little bit different. I thought, you know, I could try maybe with an RPG to put like my own character in there and have, instead of doing their shitty script that they do in the game, where it's all really dry and it's, you know what it's, if you've played Fallout 4, you know what it's like.
I do remember that.
It's terrible. It's horrible. So I just, over time, I don't know, I just, instead of having the guy's voice in there, One Ball McGraw was his name, I was just putting my own shit, and I felt like it was a good platform to like just, I don't know, just make up stuff and do like voices and all sorts of stupid stuff.
You're gonna have to check that out. That's great.
I read all the terminals with like different voices and stuff. It's fucking stupid.
I'm
so dumb.
I admire your dedication to that, particularly that Fallout series, because I've like made a couple of Let's Play series myself, and you know they've only ever been like 10 parts or whatever. And for me, that was just a marathon to compile.
Yeah, it's
put
grueling,
together.
man.
Yeah, grueling's a good word for it. So
it took me like 3.5 years for that series. It should have took me about a year at most, and it took me maybe about a year and a half. It was like 63 episodes I got all of it, but it should have been done much sooner than it was.
Yeah, I commend your work ethic there, man.
Yeah, that's impressive.
That's dedication, yeah, to see it through, yeah.
Well, some people would argue that I haven't. That's the thing. Like, I kind of left it off with the game actually ends, but there is stuff. I kind of did promise that I would almost like lay waste to the whole place. So there has been a kind of thing sitting there that maybe I might go back to just, I don't know, go wild with some mods and just
second apocalypse,
destroy the place. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure.
So going back to the comedic slant to your videos, I feel like your Scottish persona is a huge factor or a component of that comedic angle of your content. It's just fantastic. Like,
thanks, man.
And like, is that something that you feel comes naturally? Is it just part of being Scottish? It's just part of that country's like culture to you know, you guys obviously kind of like the English, you have a great sense of humor, and I just think
it's a little bit like that. I think with Scottish people it is kind of like that. I mean, here I'm not a funny person. Online everyone thinks I'm hilarious, but actually out there, man, I get slaughtered, honestly.
Oh really?
Honestly, man, see like old man in pub like humor is just you can't keep up with that shit. It's impossible. Honestly, especially like the Glasgow sense of humor. Like, do you know the comedian Danny Boyle? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's from Glasgow.
Danny Boy. You mean?
Danny. Am I thinking of Danny
Boy?
Yeah, sorry, I'm thinking of Danny Boy.
Was a movie director.
Yeah, sorry, Danny Boy. Sorry, that's what I'm thinking of.
I know the guy you're talking about. Yeah.
He's actually really big here in Australia. He's hilarious.
Kevin Bridges is the big one here, and Frankie Boyle are kind of, I don't know, he's kind of in and out of it.
I'm thinking of Frankie Boyle. I got Danny Boy and Frankie.
With the glasses?
Yeah.
The one that is always saying offensive shit?
That's
Frankie Boyle.
Yeah.
No, he's a madman, honestly. I've seen him live a couple of years ago, and yeah, man, honestly, anytime anyone heckles him, he just absolutely annihilates them. You're just sitting there like, did he just say that? Because someone was complaining about not being allowed out for a piss during the show, and it was just like, that was stupid petty shit. But yeah.
That's hilarious. So when you're recording your videos and you just are you just ad-libbing all your jokes and stuff, or is it just do you sometimes write a few jokes that you beforehand?
No, man,
it's all just.
I don't think I've ever wrote anything in the 12 years that I've been doing YouTube. I don't think I've wrote a single word of anything ever. I just play the game and go. Yeah. That's just kind of how it
just
works.
Let it flow naturally.
Yeah. I mean, occasionally I might, if I'm live and I might fuck up a line. I'm not going to say I'm perfect or anything like that, and I might re-say the line again at the time 5 seconds later, but then re-edit it in so it's seamless. Editing magic and all. It's brilliant. Yeah. But no, I mean, I just talk shite, man. I just play the game and things happen.
Yeah. Are you doing all the voiceover for Hitman for the Kill Everyone challenges? Do you do all the voiceover while you're playing, or is some of it in post?
There's the occasional thing, maybe if it's a really edited part, there maybe a bit like that, but a lot of the time it is just done on the spot, and then I'll edit around it. But like, yeah, I just take it as it comes, really. And if something doesn't work, then maybe I might go back in and redo everything and try and make it work. But like, I don't know. I just kind of see what happens. That's kind of the approach that I take with like recording everything. I just kind of go in and just murder the map, talk shite, and then edit it afterwards and see what we get.
I love sometimes you can see your thought process sort of laser in on one idea and you just sort of try at it till you do it. Like that one where you I think you tried to land one of the bodies onto the racetrack and then crash the cars by throwing explosive through the heads. I remember you like trying that over and over and eventually just
I saved it before it. I must have tried that like 5 times. I think there was like 2 ones that didn't even get put in the video in the end. You just, I don't know, sometimes you see something, you're like, drop a little save point here. That's always a nice thing about not doing like master mode. That's fucking brutal. All that.
Oh yeah. Have you
Master
only
mode
get
plus
one
crashes.
Have you ever managed to do a kill everyone challenge on Master Mode?
Sorry?
Have you ever managed to pull off a kill everyone challenge on Master Mode?
I've got pro mode. Yeah, all them. I've done all the Master Mode ones on 2, and I've done all the pro mode ones on the first one as well. I haven't touched them on the new one yet because I'm still working my way through regular. Usually that's kind of how I did it. Is I'd go through the regular ones and then I'd do them all again, but Master Mode, you know.
Yeah.
For that extra sort of challenge on top. But yeah, I've done all the past games on pro mode and shit already.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, have to check them out.
You just need to be very patient. Getting killed like when you've not saved for 45 minutes is so infuriating, honestly. Especially when it's the first half of it and you've not dropped your save yet.
Yeah.
So then you go back to the very start and you're like, oh no.
And sometimes you can't even save while you're in alert mode, I think. So that can be a pain. Yeah.
No, you need to get out of there.
True.
You need to get out of there fast.
Yeah.
Have you ever done like a whole kill everyone challenge and then realised you hadn't pressed the record button properly or something? I can imagine.
Oh no, I haven't done that. I haven't. Not for those in particular. I've like I said, the only one that hasn't been recorded was that first test run to see if I could do it in the first place.
Okay, gotcha.
But outside of that, they've all been recorded like as I've done them. That's usually why I don't know where anything is or what's going on half the times, because I'll go into a map with like no idea like of the layout, or I won't have played it for 2 years or something. Yeah. And I'll be like, I would completely forget about whole sections or some shit.
Yeah, it's crazy how quickly you forget the maps. Like,
there's a lot of them. Like I found that out recently doing those like entire speedrun things. I've been doing like the whole games in like one go sort of thing, but you're just running through and try to blast them like a moron and try and run away.
I saw that thumbnail pop up. Yeah.
It's just try and do it, but if you're really dumb, that's essentially the whole hook on it. So so there's a lot of those levels, especially in that first game. I think there was 13 of them or something like that. So it was like an hour and a half or an hour it took me or something like that.
Yeah, well.
So Mooney, what first drew you to Hitman? Was the first game you played Hitman 1 in 2016, or did you play the other ones before that?
Oh no, I've played. I got Hitman 2 on PS2 back in the day. Used to use the nail gun cheat, put everyone into the walls, and just,
classic.
Yeah. I was all into that. Like,
so you're that's really interesting. So you're a real veteran of the franchise.
Yeah, I've played them all. I put on I've posted the whole series on Absolution like back. I was on a second channel that's now since dead. Since 2012 or 2013 that came out? I can't remember.
2012,
I think. Yeah.
Was it 12? Right. Yeah. I did a series right after it came out. Like one of the only times I've ever done a face cam, actually.
Oh wow.
So for like one or two of the episodes. I'm sure people will love digging that out now. So
is it still out there somewhere or?
Yeah. I physically cannot log into the account to do anything about it being there, so it's there forever. As well as all the other garbage stuff that no one watched on that channel from 2012-13.
Yeah, cool, man. What did you think of Absolution?
I thought it was a fun game, but it just wasn't the same. I don't know, it's too linear and stuff like that. I know there's a big divide in the Hitman community about that game. There's some people who still defend it for some reason.
The classic line is, this is a good game, but not a good Hitman game, and I'm pretty sure that holds up.
Yeah, that sums it up pretty well, doesn't it?
Yeah, what about you guys? What do you feel about it? Like, are you a fan or not?
There's aspects I like, there's aspects I don't. I still appreciate it as a game, and it's definitely not the greatest game in the franchise, but I think it's aged pretty well. Like graphically, visually it's pretty good for a 10-year-old game, and
it's not bad.
It's a fun game, I think. Like I think it's closer to something like Splinter Cell or those late Splinter Cell games. Those like Conviction and what was the other one? I can't remember, but it's all like action orientated. Sorry.
Oh, Pandora Tomorrow was what you were thinking of?
Was that the other one?
I think so.
Yeah, it was like the weird, like snap to their heads and shoot them mechanic and all that kind of stuff. It was, I don't know, it was weird.
Yeah.
Blacklist, yes.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah.
Sorry,
sorry, and you go.
Oh,
no, you go.
Yeah, for me, Absolution though, Like that was my first Hitman game technically, but I bounced off it after the first level. Like I did not gel with it at all. I was like, I don't know, 15 something. And I was like, nah, this just not click with me. And then I went and played Blood Money. And that's when I fell in love with Hitman. Yeah. So I have a weird relationship with Absolution where I kind of renounce it as my first Hitman game because I just don't feel like it's Hitman. Yeah.
You know, what's weird is I think I actually played Absolution before I played Blood Money, weirdly enough. I just didn't have Blood Money around that time when it came out. Like I didn't have a console to play it on and stuff like that, just the way things worked out. When you're like 14, you don't really have control of these things sometimes. So like, yeah, I just like, I never played it until like years later. I played like the demo to death on those old PS2 magazines that I used to get.
Oh yeah.
So I played a ton of that, but like, once I played that on PC, I was just like, shit, this is way better than Absolution. It's like not even close.
Yeah. Have you ever played Codename 47?
No, that's the only one I haven't played properly. I think I started up the first level on it because I've got it on Steam, but it's so old and janky that I played Contracts though. I did have that on PS2 back in the day, so I kind of have played Codename 47, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Have you considered making videos on those older games?
I
any kind?
did Blood Money, like I kill everyone on Blood Money's first two levels, but that's all I've touched on that. That was a couple of years ago. I've kind of thought about doing it, but I don't know. I'm not sure how big the actual, how much people would want that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I think it would pull in views because, especially that the Murder of Crows level it would be a nightmare to kill everyone on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the one everyone was talking about when I done those first two, and everyone's like, "Oh, wait till you get to New Orleans." I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that one." Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you're supposed to do that one. In all honesty, I think they give you about 12 bullets and they let go. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, a lot of human shields.
There's melee weapons, aren't there? Are there melee weapons in?
Yeah, but they have guns though, so that might be a problem. I'm not sure. I'm not good at Blood Money either. Like when I was playing it for those first two videos that I did, I had no idea what I was doing in terms of like the inventory and putting stuff on. I was running around with no silencers and stuff like a fucking idiot. And I totally forgot that you even could do all this stuff. So I played it like, I don't know, 2013 or 14 or something like that. It was a while ago anyway. But I totally forgot about all that stuff that they put in. Just like, is it just in that game or are they in Silent Assassin? And
it's quite a few mechanics that carry across those three, like 2 to 5, 2 to 4, but
my memory is shocking. So like all those like older games, I don't remember shit about half of it. I remember like the Meat Locker level, like with the nightclub and all that, and they're all like devil shit and all that kind of stuff. The Meat King, that's the one.
I played Blood Money for the first time in like 6 or 7 years, about 12 months ago or something, and it was almost like playing it again because I'm like you, I forget. I can go like a month or two without playing one of the most recent maps in the recent games, and I'll forget the strats I use and things like that to get Silent Assassin, Suit Only or whatever. So yeah, when I played Blood Money again for the first time after 5 or 6 years, it was almost like playing it again for the first time.
It's slick just like, still, isn't it? It still like runs really, really smoothly and stuff like that. Like, in terms of something from that time period, it's still run real great.
I don't know if you heard that IO just recruited the game director of Blood Money.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're back.
Yeah. So,
nice one. Well, hopefully that's what he's there to do. Some Hitman stuff, maybe. Do you guys think they'll release a new game, or do you think they'll just build off of what they've already made with the 3 games? Because they did make up this giant super game.
I give it 5 years, and I reckon they'll.
Whoa, that's ambitious.
Yeah, I reckon after, because they reckon 007 might be a trilogy as well. They don't know yet, but they might do the same sort of thing. And I reckon they might return to Hitman after that, because they'll have all the 007 fans, and they'll look over at Hitman and be like, that looks kind of like Bondish, and they'll probably head over there.
Yeah. But do you not think they would do both, though? Like, at the same time?
Possibly. I can see them, like, continuing to release content for the World of Assassination. But I think Bond will be their main focus moving forward, just because it's such a big license.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And I kind of saw the meta-narrative of Hitman 3 being like letting Hitman go for a while.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought the game was about, kind of. Because that's like their entire studio's thing. So kind of letting that go, like by the end of that game, that's what I thought. The story
and
was.
You would be sick of it, wouldn't you? If you
you think so?
years, you'd just be like, man, this bald bastard will not go away. Like, fuck
Leave us be.
We tried to go to Kane and Lynch. We gave them facial hair and everything. Shit, and we had to come back, and we hated it.
That's so true.
No, I hated those games. Like,
I've only played the first one, and it was dreadful. I didn't
got
even
5
finish
minutes
it.
out of that.
I didn't even finish it. It was.
I played the second one through. For some reason, I played the second one first, and it lasted 4 hours, and it felt like about 20. And I honestly, when it ended, I was like, "Holy shit, that was 4 hours!" Like honestly, it felt like forever.
I heard the shooting mechanics in the second one are even worse than the first one.
They do a weird camera thing where it like shakes around, and it's all fuzzy and stuff.
I heard
and
about
it's
that.
just like. Yeah. It looked cool for like the first 5 minutes, and then after that it gets really kind of tedious, and it's strange choices. But I went back and I tried the first one out, and I got 5 minutes, and I was like, oh no, this is just as bad.
I couldn't stand the cover system in the first one. There's no key to actually take cover. The character would just automatically take cover when you run to a...
they tried that for a while in a few games,
that's
didn't they?
weird.
Where they tried that whole snap to things thing. It doesn't really work.
Wasn't a fan, because half the time it wouldn't work, and then it would work when you weren't intentionally trying to take cover, and it's just...
It came out in that era of games when everything was supposed to be quote-unquote cinematic, I think, and everything was
kind of like Max Payne 3.
Yeah, QTEs and do everything for you, because it looks cool. It's like,
Hey, Max Payne 3 is a good game, though. I fucking love that game. I will defend
Max Payne 3. Oh, yeah, I enjoyed it.
I haven't played that, actually. Yeah.
It's fun. It is a really fun game. He's just jumping about like Brazil, just causing absolute mayhem while just steaming the whole time.
Yeah.
So, it's great.
Do you have out of the 3 entries of the World of Assassination trilogy, do you have a favourite?
Oh, I think the first one, probably. I think definitely not the second. I'd say the second one's the weakest of the 3 of them. That's clear to me, I'd say. But just because of the maps.
Yeah, that is interesting. It's funny you say that, because we were when we were coming up with these questions, we were hypothesizing that you'd say the second one, just because it's got the most like gimmicks and
it's the most comedy focused game. But then again, you seem to inject your comedy over the top of everything, so it's more.
I just got my blinders on. I don't know what's happening half the time. So. No, I don't know. I like the first one's maps. I think that's the main thing, and the targets themselves are more memorable to me for some reason. Like the maps like Mumbai and stuff like that, I just can't stand, because there's just too much going on. You have to go all the way around the whole map to get to the people, and the whole thing where you need to find the guy who's wandering around and he changes clothes and all this bullshit. And I just can't be arsed with them. It's just it's that kind of stuff, you know.
Do you reckon
or the mandatory like things? Sorry?
Do you reckon if Hitman 2 released episodically, you'd probably have a better time with something like Mumbai? Because you'd have it for a month just to focus on it?
Maybe. Yeah, I could see that. Like with the first like game, like releasing it episodically, even though everyone hated it, like I'm not gonna lie, it worked wonders for me in like doing the Hitman content, because it was new stuff all the time. So I'd be a bit biased to say that, you know, one's better than the other or whatever. But like I don't know, when you're seeing like with the monthly releases that they were doing, it gave you a lot of time to really get stuck into a level and like learn every single piece of it, if you know what I mean. So I felt like the second game, I never really put in as much time as I did for the first set of levels, you know, like, and just learning all the little routes that you can take. Even to this day, I still find stuff sometimes in Hitman 2 levels that I'm like, I had no idea this was here.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I actually like the episodic a lot. One of those rare people.
I'd have to agree. Hitman 1, just that package of maps seems to be so much more memorable and just classic, or just a solid set of levels compared to, say, 2 or 3, particularly 2. I'd agree from a level design perspective.
I feel like they had a point to prove coming out of Absolution, to make sure that they made the best thing they could make, and that's what they made. And you know, after that point, it was all about trying to top those maps, really. I think. So, I think the third game's maps are really good as well, though. Like I've been really enjoying them.
And I love the gritty aesthetics that they brought back in the Hitman 3 maps too, like the rain and the neon lights. Chongqing and yeah.
Yeah, China looks great in it.
Yeah,
with the neon and the rain and everything like
that.
Yeah,
kind of reflecting, you know, contracts levels, missions from Hong Kong and contracts and things like that. I really enjoy the aesthetics and tone of the Hitman 3 maps, but from a purely level design perspective, I don't think there's any question that Hitman 1 delivered the goods.
Yeah, man. Hitman 2016, I think, like, it breathed new life into the whole series, really, because after Absolution, they weren't really sure what was going to happen with it, really, which was a shame. I remember seeing like that first trailer, you know, the one where they're all walking on a catwalk and all that shit, when they just announced it. I was like sitting watching E3, because I used to do those cringe competitions.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. They're hilarious.
But as soon as that came on, I was just like, yes, fucking Hitman, here we go.
Yeah.
I think I even tweeted at the time, and like no one cared because they were all Battlefield guys. So it was
just right,
so I was just like, oh well, whatever. I like Hitman. Fuck you. It's back and I'm happy. So yeah, man.
That was an incredible trailer as well. That first
honestly,
E3 trailer.
I love that trailer. Yeah. I think it's a great. Like, I don't know, something about it. It just works, man. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah, so moving on to the kill everyone challenges. Interestingly, it's like the thing that's really interesting about them is they're not really what IO designed the game to be at all. But I've definitely found that that's a very valid way to play the game. Why do you think it works so well, do you think?
I don't know. I think just the way that they've designed the AI to work with each other and stuff like that, where you can have little pockets of like guards be alerted, but other sections of the map not be alerted and stuff like that, you know. I think it works really well for that. So you can cause chaos in one area and just run off somewhere else, and then, you know, back into the crowd and they don't see you again. I just think that the way that they've made all those mechanics sort of work in tandem, it really lends itself to being able to just fuck around with it, really. It makes a really cool sandbox. So yeah, I don't know. I just really like fucking with the guards, really. It's good to just get a chase going and get like 20 of them coming after you and somehow try and make it out. Yeah.
Are there any other, aside from messing with the AI, are there any other aspects of the World of Assassination trilogy that allows players such as yourself to express yourself comedically in such a fantastic fashion?
Yeah, they put all the kill opportunities and stuff in it. Like, they love putting all that sort of all dark humor in there. Yeah, exactly, man. Like, just people, I don't know, man, all the silly shit that goes on. People setting themselves on fire and all that. I don't know, man. It's pretty dark, innit? But it's, you know, I think that's kind of my sense of humor anyway. So it works. So that fits me, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. They walk that tightrope between like dark and disturbing and comedy, like very finely, I feel like, and it works very well. Yeah.
I don't think they've done enough of it. See, with the movies they made, they didn't use that for those movies at all. Did you notice that? Like, if you've ever watched them, I'm not sure. Because they're terrible. They don't even try to make it like Hitman. It's just an action movie. I don't know why I'm talking about it even, but you know what I mean? Why would they not use that though? It would make so much sense to have sort of black comedy.
Absolutely. Yeah, especially if they did a TV series of Hitman, definitely.
Oh yeah, I said that to Clemens actually, and he fucking lied to me. He said that they actually were making a thing, and I was like, "Oh really?
Really?
He was just taking the piss, wee bastard." Fucking didn't even know for about 2 weeks that he was. Oh no, actually, you know what? I think I remembered about a year later, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that wee prick was fucking lying to me. He wasn't getting nothing about that." Fucking Clemens.
Shout out to Clemens.
Clemens in his hat.
Oh, by the way, what's your... Sorry, this is just a completely improv question, but what's your opinion on the DLC? Have you played it?
Oh, the Seven Sins thing?
Yeah.
I haven't bought it, man.
Yeah.
I've not... Yeah, I looked at it the other day. I was tempted to... It's just the 25 quid for... I mean, I've got the deluxe edition there. I can't really be moaning because they gave me that anyway, so I don't want it to sound like a cheapskate, but 25 quid for a thing that's not in the fucking deluxe edition is just a slap in the face. So I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm not promoting this fucking shit. So I've not bought it myself. And I'm not really that bothered by it.
I'm in the same boat.
Unless there's something drastic in there.
Yeah. If I mean, I don't know if you watch their live streams, but they brought back IOI Monthly recently under the new moniker.
Yeah, I saw you talking about it.
Yeah. So they basically said they might improve them they hope to improve the content, but we'll see what happens.
We will.
Well, hopefully so.
I was a critic of them on the last episode of the podcast. I was quite a big critic of the DLC. However, I did recently buy it because I was like, you know what, I'm like so involved in this community.
They got you.
Yeah, they got me. I'm a sucker.
They got you.
I think it was mostly FOMO.
Yeah.
FOMO.
Probably,
yeah. Man, we're
FOMO's
holding
a
out
big component of
Yeah, I feel like I have the sunk cost fallacy with Hitman, where I put like 2 months straight of gameplay according to Epic and Steam and all that. So I'm like, you know what, I gotta just do it. But it's okay. Yeah. Pride was pretty good, but the Greed one was kind of Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's not worth.
I've not seen anyone say that it's worth the money a single time. No single person has ever went, "Oh, this is pretty good." Like, so I've not like been tempted to buy it just as a normal customer in the first place. Never mind like the fact that I cover stuff on the channel, obviously. So if I buy it and I cover it in one video, it pays for itself. But it's not. Yeah. I don't really care about it. It's just it looks a bit shit, and it's just like, oh wow, you get to wear a fucking yellow coat now. Like, oh, I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm putting on clown outfits and shit. I don't fucking care about this. So, I don't know. I just never really seen fit to like promote it for other people to buy because that's just feeding into it, and it's like,
fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck that kind of mindset of like those kind of DLCs. You know?
Yeah.
I hope they improve, but at the moment I'd wait it out a bit.
It'll be on sale. I'll buy it on sale and play the 2 escalations that's on it.
I'm planning to do the same. Hopefully it'll go on sale eventually.
Okay, it's like, I mean, what is it? It's a couple of escalations that come along with some suits, right? That's essentially the gist of it, is it not?
Yeah, it's similar to Deluxe pretty much. Although I think Deluxe actually has better quality. I like the Berlin Deluxe escalation a lot. I think they have better quality ones overall so far.
What was that one again? I think I might have played that one.
Satu Mad Delirium. No, you're in like a straitjacket in Berlin, and there's no.
Oh no, I haven't done that one actually.
It's quite a good one. It's probably the best one. They've changed the level a lot. Yeah.
See, I've still got those to play. Some of those, you know, because I cover them in videos. I do them so much slower than everyone to the point where people get on at me like, "What the fuck? Why have you not done this? Why have you not done that?" It's because I'm doing it in a video. I'm not playing it on my just playing it in my own time and just blasting through it, you know.
Yeah,
that actually answers our next question. We were going to ask, do you ever play Hitman just in your own downtime, like?
Oh no, I do occasionally. Yeah, I got it on the PS5 actually a couple of weeks ago. Just
nice.
You know, because I don't like sitting at the computer, so it's more comfortable to just chill downstairs. That's kind of the main reason why.
I didn't realize you played on console as well. That's cool.
Yeah, I kind of dabble a lot, but I've only played a few hours on PS5 so far. But it's just more of a case of I don't know. I don't really sit at my computer to play games as much anymore. I don't know. Yeah. Other than when I've been playing Total War recently, so that's the only difference.
Is that one of those big strategy games?
Oh yeah. I think it's like crack to me, that game. Honestly.
People that like those games like those games.
Yeah. Oh mate, honestly, like that Rome remastered. It's like one from that came out like a couple of weeks ago, and it's from like 2004, and they just remastered that a couple of weeks ago. Wow. And I've put like just an unhealthy amount of time into it, and I really need to stop.
I'm just coming down from my Hitman crack addiction.
Crack addiction?
Crack addiction. Crack addition. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you got some crack.
Are you going to get the new crack DLC?
Okay, no. So how much time have you put in Hitman then, like so far?
Ooh, I'm not sure because obviously I only play on PS4, so it's not like Steam. It doesn't tell me how many hours I put in, but I'm up to 900 on the. Oh shit! You know how it gives you that rating at the end of every rating? It adds to your total score. So I've got 900. So whatever that translates to, a lot of hours. Probably about 300-400 hours.
Yeah.
I'm on Epic. It says I'm up to 9 days in Hitman 3, and
God damn,
1 and 2. I think I had about a month worth each. They're like easily my most played games of all time.
Yeah. See, I think doing the videos for me is what kind of stopped like me from doing the same thing. Really, is because like I says, I played that first Paris map like 60 hours in the first like 3 weeks or something like that. Yeah. Which doesn't sound mental, but it's it's a decent amount of time. Yeah. But like I don't know, I would have probably continued like that if it hadn't been for the fact that I was covering it in videos, and it kind of slows you down because you want to keep stuff fresh for yourself when you're recording it. So I don't want to go in with already prior knowledge of how to do stuff, because I think it ruins the comedic element of it, because I don't know, it's kind of set up to fail. I kind of do that on purpose a lot of the time, so I don't know.
And I also think the formula of obviously the trilogy's been out for 5 years now, so the whole formula is very kind of stale now. So as much as I still love the games, I like every few weeks I take 2 or 3 week break. I can't just play Hitman week in, week out and still be entertained by it.
Yes.
Especially at this stage.
Oh yeah, you need to pace yourself. You can't burn yourself out on a thing like that. Yeah.
And in truth, I'm kind of glad that they're wrapping things up with Hitman, because I don't know, it's just been going on for a long time.
But you're all things Hitman though.
I know.
That doesn't make sense, mate.
I'm gonna have to rebrand to, I don't know, all thing crack or something.
Big market.
I have no idea. Big market. Yeah. Huge market.
Otherwise, shrinking every day.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. It's I don't know. After like Hitman, I know you guys were saying you were going to talk about like stuff after Hitman. We could move on to that if you want. I don't know. But what are you guys thinking that you might do then? So you're all things Hitman. So what is the plan?
I don't know. It's either like just stop making content altogether, or
really
rebrand and do
We
something.
were having a
else.
talk
What other
about
games
this
do
the
you
other day. Yeah, like
I like a lot of games. I'm a big fan of stealth games, obviously. There's some old school World War II.
Metal Gear,
and the Splinter. And
some Metal Gear Solid.
I've never played Metal Gear.
No. Shit.
Yeah, I should try it.
content.
Metal Gear is like, that's was my favorite thing like ever growing up. So yeah.
Oh really? Which one?
Yeah, man. Metal Gear Solid I was all about that shit.
What's the like blood money of Metal Gear Solid?
Oh, that's the question, man. They're all so good.
Oh really?
No, well, I mean that's the thing. Like the original one's obviously from like 1998, so it's aged a bit.
Yeah,
but it's still a fucking masterpiece in terms of like what you could do with the PS1. That they're all like 10 out of 10s, mate. Honestly,
yeah.
If you can get the ones that are third-person cameras and not the old janky camera that I played when I was 10, that I don't know how I managed to do. Like outside of that, if you can get Substance or whatever, they're great games. Honestly, if you've not played those, I definitely recommend.
Okay, yeah. Maybe all things Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear
doesn't quite have the same ring to it, but
it's not really got a very promising future though going forward. That's the only problem.
That's true.
At the wheel. Well, so you'll be talking about Plinkenko machines or whatever they're called.
I'll just keep rebranding.
Just keep jumping, man.
Sure, it won't piss the subs off too much.
So, in Hitman 2, you had an escalation named after you, which is called the Big Mooney Flamboyancy. And I was just wondering how that came about and how involved were you in creative process for that? Because I know you're one of 2 community members who have an escalation named after them, the other one being Cotty, with the Cotty paradigm. So I'm just wondering, how'd that come about?
Yeah. And his is so much better of an escalation. I want to put that out there. His escalation is really good. No, his is really good. The shotgun one on Paris. Is that the one that you're talking about? Yeah, the shotgun one. Or is that an axe?
It's an axe.
It's an axe. Yeah, you're juggling it all the way up the stairs. Yeah. I don't even think I ever done a video on it actually back in the day, but it's a great escalation that. But I just like they invited me out right before Hitman 2 was to be released. Originally, actually, they asked me with like a day's notice, like, "Oh, can you come out tomorrow?" And I was like moving house at the time, and I was like, "I can't really do that, you know." Sorry, but about 2 weeks later, they emailed me again. Clemens emailed me, and he was like, "Yo, Gabe, could you want to come out and do this thing?" So, it was really cool. Like, I'd never been to like a studio like that before. I don't know if you've seen the inside of it. It's really cool, the studio in Copenhagen.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to go there actually a couple of years ago.
Oh, have you been? Oh,
yeah.
It's such a nice like little offices.
It's honestly amazing.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I basically just they put me at a computer and we're just like, right, Miami is the only level that you're allowed to play really just now. If you've got time, you can try Colorado. Oh no. Colombia. That was the one.
Oh yeah.
and I kind of got to dabble with the game a little bit. But I just sort of walked around Miami, just and picked people out, kind of thing. I wasn't really that familiar with the level yet because it was obviously before release. We'd only tried it in Gamescom very briefly, like a few months beforehand. But yeah, just kind of picked some targets out. Just tried to get something fun. I don't know, the flamingos and obvious choice.
I really enjoyed that escalation. Like, I thought it was well designed. It's surprising that it was kind of such a quick, and you didn't even know the map. That's really.
Oh, yeah, thanks, man. I legit was just sitting at a computer, walking around, like looking for okay, how do we make this slightly difficult? And also, I knew that axe was in that corner, so I was like, I'm totally going to use that. People won't know what that is.
Yeah.
But no, they done a great job with it. Like all the things that I was suggesting, I wasn't sure if they'd be able to do in the game. Like I wanted them to only be able to kill them with loud weapons, sort of thing. But then people just use breaching charges. I totally did not even realize that they would do that.
Guilty.
So people got around it. Yeah, exactly. Like I totally went over my head that would even be a thing that people would do. So like the whole thing was it was supposed to be like loud and chaotic and you had to run, sort of thing. But like yeah, people were smart enough not to get put in a dumb situation like that I was trying to do.
That was a really good one. I'm kind of surprised. Yeah, that's impressive. Good job.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
So yeah, so you were, because I was wondering, I'm like, did they just throw your name on there? But it seems like you actually designed the thing, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
yeah. I sat and just spoke to the Sidzle that runs. She's the lead dev now, right?
Sidzle, yeah.
That's her name, Sidzle, right? I had that. She was doing all the escalations. She's been in charge of the escalations and everything at the time. And after I just sat and messed around on the level for like the whole morning, basically. After lunch, we just went and had a meeting and stuff, and just I had my notes that I'd been sitting scrolling away, and just had to sort of like this and this and this, and they were all they were really happy with what I had there, so I was buzzing with that. I thought I was going to go in with some shit ideas, winging it and everything. So I was quite happy with how it turned out in the end. They done a great job with it.
That's awesome, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Must have been such a cool experience to spend the day there too, and get to meet them and everything. Yeah.
My cousin lives there as well, and I hadn't seen him for like 8 years at that point. So I was buzzing that as well. Yeah, man. He's from London, and he moved to Copenhagen. And I hadn't seen him for a long time, so I got to stay an extra day and got to crash at my cousins and everything as well.
Oh, wow,
so that was cool.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah,
it's a beautiful city.
Yeah, man. I just got to walk about the last day I was there before I left, just to I don't know, walk around and see stuff. Really, it was cool.
Yeah.
So the other mark that's like, this wasn't your mark, but another mark of yourself, which is left in Hitman 2, is the Easter egg in Miami, which I'm very aware it's not you, but there is an Easter egg when you kill everyone in Miami, where a Big Mooney quote-unquote impersonator comes on the overhead and yells out.
They should have got you to do the voiceover.
I think they wanted to surprise him.
Surprise. Okay, right.
That would have been amazing. But I don't know if that was maybe like I said, the first time they asked me to go out, it was like a little bit earlier. There was like a month until the release of the game. The first time they wanted me to go out, and I couldn't go. I like in the back of my mind, I was like, well, maybe they might have wanted me to do that voice line if they had enough time or something. That would have been so cool if I got the opportunity to do that. But I don't know. They probably just they already had it in the game and stuff. I didn't know anything about that for like a month. After the game came out, someone sent me a clip on Twitter, and I thought they just dubbed it in. And I thought, that's a really bad impression, but okay, cool guy. Okay, cool guy. And then it turned out someone else sent me the same thing. I think it was a different line even, and I was just like, oh shit, that's real? Someone actually, that's in the game? Oh shit. So I never even got it during my first Kill Everyone, because I didn't know it was there. So that was the disappointing thing. Yeah, I
remember
in the Miami one.
When you did the master one, though, you got it. So you killed it. You did get everyone in the master.
Oh, yeah. I knew about it that time. That's why I was like going after it, Yeah. That first time I had no idea. There must have been some random person hiding in a corner somewhere, which tends to happen every now and again.
Always. Yeah.
people are very willing to point out when I've not gotten everyone every single time I do one of these ones. Apparently, there was someone in a cable car in China that I didn't see.
Oh,
so
how are you supposed to see them?
I don't know. That's the thing. They hate
sixth
people on
sense.
purpose now. Honestly, see, ever since the first like 2 levels, ever since I don't know, they acknowledged that the kill everyone was a thing. With I think Colorado, they had a line about someone killing everyone sort of thing. But ever since then, it's like they're just trying to fucking, I don't know. I don't know. It's like they're purposefully trying to hide people from me, like across the other side of an island or I don't know, Bangkok. They hid people like across the ocean.
Yeah,
I remember that
on a pier.
Golf or something. Yeah,
sure they did that.
There's actually a person.
I'm not saying it's just for me, but you know.
Yeah. Just to make you mad, there's like in the Patient Zero version of Hokkaido, there's actually a guy out of bounds on a platform in the middle of nowhere.
The guy in the mountain. Yeah,
that's it.
I don't know if I got him actually. I'm not even sure. Did I?
Did you even know? Did you do kill everyone challenges for all those Patient Zero missions and?
Oh yeah, I think that's my most viewed one or second most viewed one.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, that's got like nearly 2 million views or something. Fucking.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know why. The Japan ones did really well for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm not even sure I got that guy on it though on that one.
It's a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure I knew about him at that point.
I just wanted to comment on, I mean, obviously you've had a YouTube channel for a long time, like 10 or so years, and I'm just personally really impressed by not only the amount of content you've produced over the years, but just also the level of dedication and the level of quality. Like every one of your, especially your Hitman videos, everyone that I've seen is just always top-notch editing. They usually go from anywhere from like 25 to 40 minutes, which is almost like half a feature film length. Like, how do you ever burn out? Like, how do you you must, is it just the enjoyment of it that keeps you going? Like, how do you?
Yeah, I like the editing part of it. Once I get to the stage of like just making stupid jokes and stuff. I don't know. I like the reward at the end of it when you sit back and go, I did a good job that one time.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
people all like this. I don't know. I got a buzz out of that. Yeah. I'm not sure if that's like why I've just kept doing it all these years. Yeah, man. It's 12 years I think I've been doing it now.
Wow. Is it still?
It's just been the kind of. Sorry.
Oh, is YouTube like a career for you now, or is it? Do you?
Oh yeah, it has been for a while.
Yeah.
Since I left college in like 2012, and I was like, right, I'm doing that. I had like 25,000 subs at the time, and I was just like, you know what? I think this YouTube thing is going somewhere, so I'm gonna stick with this just now.
Yeah.
And I just I did like film and TV at college, so I was doing some editing stuff and all that stuff. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna stick with this. And it just it's ended up here for now. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah. You've done really well, so congratulations.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, congrats.
It's a very slow burn. It's a very, very slow burn.
Yeah. Have you, in the 10 years you've been on YouTube, have you ever taken an extended break from it, just to kind of take some time away and then come back with a fresh mind?
I think the longest has been about, I don't know, man, about 2.5-3 weeks.
Yeah. Well.
But even after then, you start to see like negative effects from it. Even recently, I had like I took like there was like 10 days I never uploaded there a couple of weeks ago, and even then it has an effect. Like you have to stay consistent, or else your channel dies. So you've got to keep stuff going out there. So it's always a struggle trying to keep the consistency going. I mean, my channel is not known for consistency these days, not with the upload times or anything like that. But once upon a time it was. But that's not. It's you can get burnt out very easily. See that daily grind shit? That is evil. Don't do it.
Yeah,
don't do it.
Imagine that'd be.
Honestly, mate, it is a fast track to a mental asylum. That honestly, I would not even. I'd not wish that my worst enemy. It's not a good lifestyle.
I mean, I've been on YouTube for I think since 2017, so 4 years, and I can't. I can't release a video more than say once a week. I just can't. Like it. It's too much. It
depends what it is.
Yeah,
I think
that's true.
It just kind of depends on the context of what it is you're doing. Like if it's a stupidly over the top, like hour-and-a-half long thing that's going to take longer to do than a 10-minute thing. Like I could do a 10-minute video in a few hours, like 6-8 hours, something like that. But I don't know. A lot of the time, I don't feel like doing something that's 10 minutes long. I don't know, because I've put out so many things that are so long. If you put out something 10 minutes, all you get people going, man, only 10 minutes, only 20 minutes, all this.
They're used to a certain length.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, it's hard to get that consistency. I think shorter uploads is what lends to doing that. It's just a case of try to make those short uploads good if you were going to go down that route.
Yeah. So, and also, how does it feel to be such an influential figure within Hitman now?
Oh, I don't think I am. I'm not really. I just do my dumb videos over here. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm not influencing anyone in any way.
They have more of an effect than
I
you think.
really hope not.
Yeah.
Well, you brighten a lot of people's days with your content. So
hopefully,
I think that's
hopefully
something.
so.
I think that's
Thanks,
something.
man.
Yeah. And where do you plan on taking your channel moving forward? Like now that Hitman's kind of wrapping up, are you going to stick with Hitman for even though IO probably won't be producing more content?
It's just a case of I don't know. I want to. Hopefully, the ideal situation would be that I'd be able to cover anything really, and people would tune in, and it wouldn't be a problem. It's always a struggle trying to convince people to watch something that they're not used to or they're not. You know what I mean? Like I posted one last week. That Black Mesa video I posted last week is the lowest viewed thing I think I've posted for about 6-7 years. So that was a bit of a I posted one up where I kind of put the series I was doing on hiatus almost. Like I kind of just abandoned it almost last year. I didn't mean to. It just ended up happening that way. And I always wanted to go back and finish it. Because I left it for so long, it's like try to bring people back to it again is so hard to do. But I'm determined to finish it, so I'm going to fucking finish it.
Yeah, stick to your guns.
Yeah, man, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, if it's all done, then hopefully people can go and enjoy the whole series because it's good shit. I think it's a fun series. It's just trying to get people to try it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I love the fact that you're playing Mafia 3 too. Sorry, not Mafia 3. The remake.
The Definitive Edition. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. I really enjoyed that.
Have you played the original?
I hadn't played the first Mafia game, but I did play Mafia 2 when that came out like 10 years ago. By the time I played that, Mafia 1 was already so old, so I was just like, okay, cool. Yeah. Mafia 2 was a great game. I really enjoyed that.
Game. I'm a fan of the whole series, I think. Yeah, the third one was
I've been meaning to try 3. 3 people were like that on, so I never actually played it, but I think I've got it on like all 3 systems now because they keep giving us it because it never sold. So I've got it there, and I want to play it at some point. But we'll see.
The thing I like, because I love story-driven games, and that obviously Mafia series really fits that category. But the thing I couldn't stand about Mafia 3 was the fact that you couldn't replay any of the missions once you'd finished them. So you couldn't relive the story. The annoying thing is you have to do all these because it's open world. It's not like a linear driven story like the other games. So you have to do all these countless and repetitive side missions before you unlock the next main mission. So if you want to replay the main story, you have to spend hours and hours and hours doing this annoying side
Seems
quest.
poorly constructed. It doesn't seem like it's thought through whatsoever.
It's probably
the first one. Yeah, I think I will play it. I definitely think I will play it. I think that is actually something. I mean, you can get a wee exclusive here if you want. I'm going to start a new series on 2 next week, I think.
Oh, cool.
When I get, I've been planning on doing that. Like next up, people were asking for it when I finished the last one.
Sorry,
so that's the next thing I want to do.
Oh, sorry, was that for Mafia 2 or Mafia 3?
Yeah, for Mafia 2. Yeah.
Oh, Mafia 2.
I'm going to play. I'm going to play the original one, not the remaster, because I've heard that it's a broken, buggy piece of shit. I've heard.
It's pretty
people
dirty
were criticising it.
Yeah.
Oh, does it work okay now?
I'm a fan of it, but I can understand if.
Oh, the remaster.
Oh no, sorry, not the remaster, the original, the original.
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to play that one over the remaster because the remaster's apparently bad.
Oh,
for 2.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry, the original Mafia 2. Yeah. No, I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I heard the remaster was terrible. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what they did to it.
Yeah. It seemed like they just kind of, I don't know, did a pretty bodgy job and then put it out hoping.
Cheaped out.
Hoping to pull the wool over our eyes.
Yeah, it seems like they put all their money into that first one and redoing all of that, and I think they've done a great job with all the cutscenes and the voice acting, cinematography, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I love mafia shit, so like like mafia movies and stuff like that. I love all that stuff. So exactly, man. I love all that stuff. So like having a game like that where it is all cinematic and all the rest of it, and I didn't know the story either, so all the little twists and turns of it I thought were great. I really bought into Paulie being a fucking dick, but he wasn't in the end.
No, it wasn't in the end. He was all right.
Yeah. Paulie was the only one that was sound, to be honest. The rest of them were fucking dickheads, man.
You'll have to play them, Tim. There.
I want to. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people play them. Especially, I've seen a lot of Hitman adjacent people play them as well. So.
Yeah. I think there's quite a big overlap between Mafia fans and Hitman fans. Yeah.
Are there any?
Not really. I never really realized that. I just did them because of Mafia, because I thought like it looked cool.
Yeah.
That was it, really.
I've seen a quite big crossover. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I guess like last quick question, Mooney. Is there any like games that are coming out very soon that you're looking forward to particularly? Like, I personally think Deathloop might be quite good for like Hitman fans, because I think it's kind of an assassin game, but with very like puzzle solving type elements. It seemed quite inspired by IO. So I don't know.
Is that the one that looked like Dishonored sort of, didn't it?
Yeah, it's by Arcane. You made Dishonored. Yeah.
It looked interesting actually.
Yeah.
Was that coming out really
September?
soon?
September.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably keep my eye out for that. I'm looking for. Well, they delayed it quite drastically, but Far Cry 6 was meant to come out this year.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to getting stuck in a wee bit of that. I don't know what it is about those games, but
they're quite good.
Fun little sandboxes. Yeah, they're fun. They are really fun games if you can look past all the Ubisoft collectathon bullshit.
Yes.
But outside of that, they're fun little games. But I was looking forward to that. Yeah, taking on Gus Fring and his dictatorship or whatever in Cuba. That looks really cool.
Yeah. The trailer was really good. The announcement trailer. Far Cry 6.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They've been really trying to do another like vast type level character, someone really like intimidating. So I think casting him in it is that's a great fucking good choice there. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I don't know what else is coming out this year.
Not a lot. I'm personally looking forward to Psychonauts 2. I'm a big fan of that series. That comes out. That's one of the most wacky games in existence. The first one's like completely bananas. Yeah.
I always meant to try it. I just never get around to it.
Oh, it's insane. It's great. And yeah, I think Deathloop, maybe Far Cry if that comes out. I don't know when that comes out, but yeah.
Well, I think it got put back to next year or something. It was meant to come out in March just there, but they must have saw Cyberpunk and went, oh no.
Yeah. They're probably scared off by Cyberpunk. Yeah.
I think they did. I think they were, honestly. If Cyberpunk was fine, they probably would have just pushed out a buggy piece of shit and took all the flack. But Cyberpunk got it first, so they're like, oh, no. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Well, that brings an end to our interview with Big Mooney. So thank you so much again, Mooney, for coming on. It's been an absolute
no problem, man. Thanks
pleasure.
For having me.
Yeah. When we first started this podcast, we had a whole list of hypothetical guests, and you were very, very high on our list. So, again,
I'm very flattered, man. Just
thank you for making the time and everything, and especially for still coming on when I screwed up the meeting time. So that makes your appearance even more legendary. So thank you so much. Before we say goodbye to you've agreed to stay on a little bit longer for our listener mailbag section, where we get the audience involved a little bit and get their input into a kind of question that's in theme with whoever we have on or whatever our episode is focusing on. And this, obviously, with you being, the well-known Hitman comedian, we thought we'd have a comedic-centered question.
All right.
We're going to get your thoughts on it, but we also thought we'd discuss some of the audience input as well firsthand. So did you want to read out the question, Tim?
Yeah. So the question for this week was, what is your most memorable comedic moment in Hitman and why? It's got a few good answers here. I'll kick it off with, let's see, Sam. Sam says, in Mumbai, when you have to buy the fabric from Vanya Shah's dress from the cloth, for Vanya Shah's dress from the cloth vendor, if 47 just stands there without haggling the vendor says, it's just like you're dead inside. Like there's a vast empty space where your emotions would normally reside. And if you don't accept any of the offers, he tries haggling lower and lower until he just gives in and says, just take the bundle for free. Yeah, so that was a great moment. I absolutely loved that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a good piss take of 47's stoicism. Like.
Terrifying stoicism. Yeah. That was a good moment. Thanks for that, Sam.
Considering he probably gets paid millions to take out all these high-profile targets around the world, the fact that he's in a third world country and he can just do a blank face to.
I always love that about him, man. Where he just sort of like every single person that talks to him, he just offers no response, obviously, because you're just the player. So they're always just there, like, "Hello, hey, guy,
anyone home?"
yeah. If you stand around there too long, they started programming that in, where it's like if you don't get through a checkpoint or something and you don't leave, they start saying like, "Hey, man, are you fucking deaf? Is there something wrong with you? What's going on here, man?"
So funny.
Some of the lines they have for like checkpoints, I think, are great.
Hilarious.
I went up with Miami, went up as like a ninja, and just like, "Hey, only samurai are allowed in here, guy. You're not allowed past, okay?"
Yeah, all of the dialogue that they pre-recorded to fit in with whatever silly disguise you're wearing is just
the vampire ones. The vampire ones are good.
That was one of my favorite. Yeah.
I can't remember those ones. What can you guys quote them?
They often talk about you looking like a magician and all sorts of things like that.
Yeah.
Why do you disappear out of here?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. You know? They had all these unique llines with whenever you went down with the vampire magician down to the actual party. If you made it back down there without getting shot.
I remember a great one was the Undying outfit, the suit you unlock after killing Sean Bean and in Hitman 2. And I remember that was just a reskin of the Absolution suit. So if you actually wear that, you'll get some of the guards saying like, "That's a nice red tie on you, sir," even though it just has a blue tie. So, just emphasizes the ridiculousness of all the reskins in the game.
I think, by the way, for this bit, there's got to be special mention for the when you're taking a guy around the house, showing him the house. Just about like the floors and all that. Like, like very easy to clean any spillages off of this plywood here.
The kitchen is the most dangerous room in the house.
No plastic lining needed.
This basement is soundproof. In case anyone hears anything from outside. You're like, all right, man.
No silencer required.
I think it's great. All the little hints at all that, I think, like, there was a video someone actually did on YouTube that you guys may have seen where they were talking about how they finally understood Hitman, where it was just all stupid, like how obvious he was. I think that's a really great take on the whole thing about how just, he sticks out like a sore thumb all the time everywhere he goes. And yet no one ever notices this guy just like wandering around.
Yeah.
Like he's so obvious. If you saw him walking around.
There's a moment in Mendoza when you're doing the wine tour, and it's the most overt line I've ever heard him say. He's like, he points to the big wine vats and he says, "Hey, these large wine vats hold a couple hundred dead bodies." It's like, what?
It's like they're prompting someone to kill everyone in the map, drag everyone there.
Put everyone
which is
in
what
these
people
wine
did,
barrels,
which is what people actually did.
Yeah.
Did you see those videos, Mooney?
Oh, I just taking them to that wine shop.
There's a guy who put everyone in the wine press and
then the game practically crashed.
Yeah.
That break, Jesus.
The body hidden notifications were flying up for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's great.
And every single corpse just disappeared as well.
Yeah.
God damn. Well, I think that just the fact that the sandbox allows you to do stuff like that, even it's great.
Yeah.
I love the sandbox that they give you for the newer Hitman games. I think it was the right approach that they took after Absolution.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What were some of the other answers we had? What was that? What was
Grant Lester you were going to read?
Oh yeah. So what did Grant say? So a long answer, but here we go. I will never forget my reaction and laughter I had the first time I played Paris in 2016. The moment 47 steps onto the catwalk had me in hysterics. I couldn't believe IOI had the guts to do that with this character. I felt very shocked about it, being a fan of the rainy, melancholic Hitman games of yesteryear, but at the same time it encapsulated the exact tone, direction and charm they were taking the series. The whole thing finally clicked for me then and there, and I've been on board with this new trilogy ever since. I'll never forget the smile on my face that day and the giddy laughter I had to myself. Absolute genius move, IOI.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Helmut Kruger sort of unlocked that comedy for a lot of people
Yeah.
in Paris. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has, they can't take themselves too seriously, I think, with these games. Like it says, like how much he sticks out and everything. It's just hilarious. So from that point, build onwards after that. It's just how dumb it gets at times.
Yeah.
Some of those things. The catwalk is great though. The fact that they get you to do that, like they make you do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want to kill her, it's like you got to do the catwalk, or else you can't come up here.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
okay.
Yeah. I love it when he was the sommelier in Mendoza, and he was describing each glass of wine. For the target. So have you done that?
Was he describing?
Oh wait, no, I don't think I've tried that one. No.
Oh, you have to.
Mendoza is probably the map I'm like least familiar with so far.
Oh, okay.
Purposely keeping that for now. Yeah. I'd be wanting to dive into that like soon. I've only played it through a handful of times so far, but like it is a great level. But I need to get into some more of those opportunities.
Yeah. So thanks for that answer, Grant. That was that was obviously in Paris, and when that was first launched, that was the only level that we could really play apart from the ICA freeform training level. So that was kind of one of the defining moments. Yeah. That really kind of, as you said.
Well, what about if you want an early like funny kill? What about the ejector seat?
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
I just remembered that. Yeah.
You know,
that was hilarious.
You know that target was modelled off the old composer for the older games, Jesper Kidd.
Really?
Oh, was it actually?
He left,
full on. I didn't know that.
He left the franchise after I think Blood Money. So it was and then he went off to. He does the Assassin's Creed's soundtracks now.
I've seen his name popping up on a couple of things. I think. Yeah.
It even looks like him, like the target.
That's funny.
Resembles him. So funny.
The chess master guy.
Yeah.
What's his name? Ritter? Something Ritter. I can't.
It was similar to Jasper Kidd's name. It was like Jasper something.
I wish I should remember this. I don't know.
They're like fun levels, those first two, even though they're just like dumb little training missions. The yacht one's okay, but the other one, the fact that they give you those for free these days is pretty cool, you know?
Yeah, it is.
You can get stuck in.
Cool. We always joke
Paris as well.
The fact that like in all these globe-trotting 47 has never come to Australia, except for the freeform training. That yacht level is actually set in Sydney, but it's not.
It's not. Yeah, it's really annoying.
Oh man, I would love them to like span out with some more levels in like more English-speaking countries like Australia or New Zealand. Or they went to New Zealand for a beach one. That doesn't really count though, does it? It's not really the same.
Yeah, it could have been anywhere. Yeah.
I would love it if they came to Scotland. That would be so funny.
Edinburgh or Glasgow. Or even in the Highlands somewhere. Like it'd be.
Yeah, I think if they did one in like Edinburgh Castle, that would be so cool. Like, just run about in there. It would but they've already obviously done a castle, so I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know where that map was set. Where is?
What about it? Sorry, Tim.
I was just wondering where scale was. Is that
Arctic?
That feels like kind of.
European Svalbard or some shit. I've got a map on my wall over here. It's like way up north above like Sweden and Norway and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's where it's meant to be. Either that or it's on the wee Russian islands that are in the middle of nowhere, but it's meant to be basically like just the ocean. It's cold, undisclosed location.
There's some icebergs around there.
Yeah. But like, it'd be so cool if they did like a level in Scotland somewhere. I just don't think they would want to record a whole bunch of Scottish people doing voices because I don't know, people wouldn't understand what they were saying.
They do that anyway with the guard dialogue, so they could probably just hire yourself to do all the NPCs.
That'd be brilliant. I would love that.
Great.
That would be amazing. Honestly, I would love that if people would do something like that. But I don't see that happening, man. I think just the fact that like it's Scottish accents. I think you're always fighting an uphill battle against some folk that don't understand a word you're saying, and there's a lot of those people out there. So I think they tend to shy away from basing things in Scotland for that reason. I don't know.
Fair enough, I guess.
I don't know. It's like that. We don't get nice things here. The Hitman maps.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd like to see 47 go at some haggis. Or some kind of, like in a kilt or something.
You don't even need to poison the haggis, just kills you straight away.
Yeah.
Poison a haggis? Do you just think it's an actual real animal? Is that what you're saying? Saying that like you're hunting a haggis. It's like a haggis is like 8 things combined, man. Fuck's sake. I've heard of that before. People convincing other like foreigners that like haggis is an animal and they hunt them out in the fields and all that. It's like, no, man, it's like stomach lining from something wrapped in some other shit.
So that's why you convince them, so they'll actually go and eat it. Just tell them, oh no, it's a real thing. Yeah, it's trust them.
You know, it's not actually that bad.
I've tried some.
It's just a spicy sausage. It's fine.
Yeah, I've tried some in Edinburgh. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been here before, have you?
Yeah, I've been not to Glasgow, but I've been to Edinburgh.
Ah, right.
Yeah. It's the only place in
cool,
Scotland I've been. I really want to do more eventually.
It's the touristy place to go, is Edinburgh. That's where everyone goes with their cameras and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, great city.
We've got one more response
answer,
here. Yeah, I'll just read this short one from Kakiyas, and he says, when Vanya Shah said she saw the glass of wine was poisoned and then proceeded to drink from it immediately after when I offered her the drink, which is, yes, that's I like that because it shows how in this game, these games are so complicated and mechanical that you can have little things like that slip up, but they actually work and make it quite funny. So like having her notice, like, and the writer's like, oh, she'll notice it, and then she won't drink from it. But then decoding it, forgot to put that in, which it's just kind of funny. Yeah, I do like that. Yeah, I
love that they make the poison all smoky and stuff now, so it's like clearly, obviously poison, and yet they still go up and go like, oh yes, lovely, my favorite.
That was an interesting design choice, wasn't it?
Yeah. I totally see why they've done it though, because it was always kind of confusing sometimes if you went over and you like poisoned something, then you'd forget which one you poisoned or something.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
You know, so it made sense that they put that in there. But I just think it's hilarious that they go over and just
it's so obvious
smoking. This absolute abomination of a fucking cocktail that they're drinking.
It's like they put a stink bomb in it or something.
Yeah, honestly, man, they look lethal. I mean, they are in most cases.
Yeah. I think it would make more sense if it just appeared when you had instinct mode on, because.
It's fine the way it is.
It's quite funny. Yeah.
Well, I think that wraps up the mailbag segment. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for submitting your answers. Sorry we couldn't get everyone in this time, but as usual, we'd be here all day if we read out all the answers.
Thanks very much.
And a huge thank you to Big Mooney for sticking around, for giving us the vast amount of time that he has. Been very generous with your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, thanks very much.
And this has been such a special episode to record. You've got us going.
Yeah. I'm very much looking forward to this one. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
thanks for putting up with my shit. So just put that out.
No, you're a great man.
You're a great guy. It's great to see that you're as hilarious in person as you are in your videos. It's always interesting to see, especially with YouTubers, like whether it's all just a persona or it's the real deal. And
about both. I'm not a psychopath in real life. I hope I'm not.
Yeah. Have you been to the shrink?
I don't know, man.
But make sure we're going to leave a link to Big Mooney's YouTube channel in the video description. Make sure you check out his content. I'm sure you've already heard of him already, but if you haven't, well worth your time, because he is, without a doubt, the most hilarious Hitman YouTuber, if not one of the funniest YouTubers out there.
Stop.
Too late.
Too late, man. Too late. But yeah,
thanks, man.
In all sincerity, thank you so much for coming on. If you're watching or listening, make sure you go check out his content, subscribe, all the other things. I think they can find you on Twitter as well, can't they, Mooney?
Yeah. Occasionally, I pop up. Every few months, I'll put a tweet out there and confirm I'm still alive.
Give us a render update on one of your videos.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. That's normally it.
Yeah, we're going to try and start producing more episodes now that we're kind of back into the swing of things. So
Yes.
keep your ear to the ground. We'll hopefully come out with another episode soon enough.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we need to mention, Tim? I think shout out to Plover. They do.
Yes. Thanks to Plover for her art once again, as usual. Always great. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah.
And also a shout out to Grant Lester. He's one of the people that answered in the mailbag segment this week or this episode. He has donated a bit of his time to help out with the we have a clips channel for the highlights of our podcast episode. We have a separate YouTube channel for that, and he's very graciously helped us out with that to help pick out.
Yeah, and did a really good job as well.
Yeah. So thanks Grant for helping us out with that. And again, big thanks to Mooney for coming on, and hopefully one day we'll have you on again, man. It's been a real pleasure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm up for that. It was a nice chat, man. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
Cheers, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.
No worries.
You're welcome.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you. All right, signing off.
See you next time.
All right, man. And everybody, make sure you subscribe, or I'll come for you. Just subscribe to use.